I was in Mexico with my client, a 17-year-old girl, and her dad got kicked out. His registration wasn't qualified. He was a tourist, he wanted to come in, but there were some things that he didn't do correctly, so he couldn't enter. But what's worse was because she was a green card holder and she couldn't come into the US without his supervision because she's a minor. This was a crazy case, and there's so many things that I'm learning still every single day, and I want to share that with you. Let's get to it. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Zhang Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. So their family contacted us to try to get the daughter in. And the legal problem is the same that we've been dealing with again and again. A green card holder who's been overseas for a significant amount of time and now needs to come back to the United States. We didn't know two things. We didn't know that the officer were gonna be so strict on a minor entering the US. He wasn't even allowed in. So we were standing at the gate, literally with security guards, with guns, and with like more than 100 people behind us trying to get in to the US Customs. And they barred him from coming in. We thought we were just gonna deal with her issue. The dad we could deal with later on. But now she couldn't enter without him. So now we had to be escorted out. And normally, luckily, we didn't have to go through this, but normally, once you pass through that barrier, to get back out, you have to be excluded, deported. There's so many issues, but we were able to do a quick voluntary withdrawal. They escorted us back out. We were able to talk to the dad, get him to a safe place to deal with his application. And I had another urgent matter that happened the exact same time. Like when it rains, it pours. So I actually had to step away. So now it's just Margaret and the clients dealing with this really complex situation, and they are scared to death because potentially they would have to be stuck in Mexico, maybe 3 days, maybe a week or longer, just to deal with that situation. Thank goodness Margaret was able to overcome the tourist issue within, I think I want to say like an hour and a half. And we didn't expect it to be that fast, but I was able to resolve my other really urgent matter. I came back, I picked up Margaret, picked up the client, picked up the girl. And when we went back to the front of the line, the officer was like, whoa, you got this resolved already? We thought it was gonna take days. But it said yes, and they're like, all right, let's go. And then we went in, we resolved the dad situation, that was cleared, and then we resolved her situation, and it was cleared, and we were able to come in as lawful permanent residents. This case was complicated, but the complication was so many other things that were unexpected. The dad could have chosen not to come. The dad's visa thing could have been denied. She could have been denied, and she could have been excluded and deported and would have to go through immigration court. There are so many circumstances that something could have been wrong, but I'm so glad we were able to prepare really well. And a lot of times people think, do you really need to prepare everything, right? Do you really need to prepare like a 500-page document entry package to explain why you left the country, why the US is your home, and what is the relationship with the parents? And do you really need to go into the mother's EB-5 application and explain what the investments were and how the mother still maintained the green card status, and explain why the father has a tourist visa and didn't want to join the family to get the green card, and why the father is coming in as a tourist and that he is a valid and true and bona fide tourist? Do you really need to explore all of that and prepare? Isn't it a waste of effort? We're glad we did it. We are so glad we did it. If the officers ask you a simple question, where do you live? Where are you going to go to school? What is your address? Why are your parents here? If you cannot answer simple questions, it's really shady. And the officers are trained to sniff out these type of incorrect answers. And so me being there, I'm not trying to do all the talking. I train the clients, we practice, we have all the documents. Literally in that event with the dad and the daughter and myself, a lot of times the officers ask the question, they try to answer. And all I did was I pulled out the paperwork and went up, like, here's the address, here's the tax return, here's where they're going, here's the school record. When you encounter government officials, you want them to do their job well, and you want to empower the officers to do the job well, not fight the officers as, no, don't ask that question, no, don't answer. It's not a deposition, it's not litigation, right? We are here to go through a very smooth process. This girl wants to come to the US. She got her green card a long time ago. She couldn't come for the biometrics, and we explained away her circumstance and why she didn't come, but now she's here and she can enter. The complication with the dad, we'll take care of it. We're really sorry, we didn't know. Let's take care of it. And then we take care of it. Till this day, I went back and researched, and I still can't find a policy where a lawful permanent resident minor cannot enter by themselves. But you know what? It's not up to me, right? The officers have the discretion, and if they demand it, we respectfully oblige, but we take care of it. You don't know until you know. You don't know until you know. You don't know if the result is guaranteed until it's done. You just have to do your best, and that's what we're here for. If you have any questions about LPRs, about green card holders out of the country, want to enter, feel free to reach out. We'd love to talk to you. Take care. Bye-bye.
What specifically was the issue with the dad's B2 visa?
The dad had a 10-year visa, but you need to renew it and you need to update it every 2 years. He came in, but somehow it wasn't renewed and he got a new passport, so he had the visa on the old passport with a new passport without the visa, but he renewed it, but it was a long time ago, but it was on the old visa. There was all sorts of complications like that, so we needed to log into the system, make sure everything is updated, and the explanation of why he's entering was valid. And if that was denied, woof, he's out, he can't come in, she can't come in, and the whole case is down the drain.